Hi, I'm Steve Boilard, Director of Higher Education at the Legislative Analyst's Office. In this webcast, I'll be summarizing our forecast for higher education contained in our office's new Fiscal Outlook publication. Unlike many other areas of the budget, funding for higher education is governed by few formulas or requirements. The exception to this is community colleges, which are subject to the Proposition 98 minimum funding guarantee. There's a separate webcast for Proposition 98. Access to higher education is not an entitlement, so student enrollment levels tend to follow funding levels rather than the reverse. And state funding for higher education tends to slow during times the state budget is constrained and expand when state revenues are up. For the past several years, state support for higher education has declined. Our forecast generally holds higher education funding flat after backfilling some one-time federal support in 2010-11. I'd make three main points about a forecast for higher education. First, for 2010-11, we assume that each university system will receive a general fund augmentation of about $300 million to replace one-time federal stimulus funding that was received in 2009-10. However, we anticipate that not all general fund reductions experienced by the universities will be backfilled by the general fund, and this will require the universities to undertake additional cost savings measures or to find additional sources of revenue. Second, we assume no new augmentations for enrollment growth. In part, this is a recognition that both university systems plan to reduce new enrollment for the next couple of years. Over the forecast period, the college-age population is projected to stop growing and even to start contracting. Third, we assume that student enrollment fees at UC and CSU will continue to increase by about 10% annually for the next several years. Fees are set by the university's governing bodies and not by the legislature. Now, we assume these fee increases will generate revenue to cover cost increases not covered by the general fund. This could include, for example, inflation-driven increases and COLAs. Fee increases also could make up for some base reductions that are not backfilled with the general fund. While we expect fees to increase, we also assume the state's Cal Grant Entitlement Program will continue to provide full fee coverage for all eligible students. This will increase annual general fund costs by about $300 million at the end of the forecast period. Given all these potential effects on access and affordability, we think the legislature may wish to provide guidance to the universities with regard to how they respond to these continued funding constraints. Please feel free to contact LAO's higher education system with any questions or comments about our projections. Thank you.